Hey, this isn't End of the Road Haunts. He is dead. I have taken his place. And today, I'm back with another Spirit Halloween 2025 idea. Yay! Uh, Been a little while since the last one. Yeah, just been busy. Stuff going on. Um, both in life and mentally. But yeah, back with another Spirit Halloween idea. It's almost that time. Jingle old jangle Christmas Christopher Kringle time. So here's a spirit idea for you. Hope you like it. And if you don't, then well, we don't talk about what happens to the people who don't like my ideas around here. So, folks, I know a lot of you probably like it when I do zany, out there, wacky little weird ideas with bizarre concepts. And, well, this one's no different to that. This is Arts and Carnage. And I have had this idea, I mean no hyperbole when I say this, for years. I've been planning to draw this one for literal years. Like, I made digital ideas back in 2021 and 2022, like that kind of era. And I was meaning to make this idea for that cycle, but I never did. Never got around to it. Never worked out just what it would look like, what it would do. But finally, we're here with Arts and Carnage. Now, it's a very strange concept, but essentially the idea is that this is like a monster, like a demon monster thingy made completely out of crafting supplies. Which is a weird concept, and I don't actually quite remember how I came up with it, because again, this was years ago at this point. But yeah, it would be quite something. The general story idea I have for this guy is that there was a daycare that was infested with a demon through like the previous owners being cultists or the current owners being cultists, or hell, there's just a demon there. I don't know. But demon in the daycare. And it ends up befriending all the kids. Becoming their friend. So they decide, hey, we're gonna give a body to our friend. So they use all their supplies they have to make a body for the demon. They like kill the class hamsters and use the blood to make a pentagram on the body's sigil, or the body's easel, to awaken the demon. And they do, and that's when they realize, oh no, this thing isn't any friend. Ominous description. But yeah, so the idea is that this is just a monster made out of crafting supplies. His legs would be made out of wood. Not actually wood, it would be like plastic, but that's what they'd be supposed to represent. The torso, as you can see, would be like an easel with a canvas on it. And his skin would be like a bunch of paper and drawings stuck together with like pipe cleaners sticking out here and there. And while this is controversial, the face he'd have would be very 2D. It would be like one of those paper plate bunny masks, kind of. But it would have like glowing eyes underneath and like real looking teeth in a way that I think would just be really creepy looking and unsettling. His hand would be like a scissor hand, kind of, with like scissor blades on each of the fingertips, and the other would just be a big razor blade. And so this would be a pretty ominous character, I think. It would be imposing. It would be freaky looking. It would just be like quite something. Especially, I feel like it. So the height for this guy, I haven't actually really thought of, to be honest. But it would be okay. I'm gonna label this as 7 to 8 feet tall. 7 feet to like the tip of the head, not counting the ears. Like just 7 feet to the tip of the head, so he'd be like a towering prop, definitely. And roughly like 8 feet to the top of the hand. Top of the scissor blades. So just a very strange, unsettling, scary character that, oh man, I just think this guy would look so cool in like a bedroom display or something, like a creepy daycare. I don't know. I think it would just be a really cool prop that way, and a lot of people could use it. So, as for the animation, turn side to side, which is kind of a given. Even though looking at it now, okay, I can't quite see how that would work. Probably just the upper body would turn now that I think about it. The fingers would move like the hand with the scissors. The fingers would like wiggle kind of, and there would be like scissor sounds in the audio to kind of sync up with that. And he'd have a servo head, which, I just think servos are good. No reason not to do them. And I just think he'd look really cool with that. I don't really picture him having mouth movement, to be honest. I mean, it would work, but I don't know. I just feel like he'd look a lot creepier and just more uncanny with disembodied laughter instead of it actually coming from him. I just really want this to have the vibe of like, I just picture a scene where they're like children hiding in like the little like like play tubes and like behind furniture, with this thing just towering above everything, looking around for its next victim in like a dark daycare. I don't know. I just think that would be like a super cool image. And I just think this guy would be really, really creepy. He'd be like enough of a centerpiece to be like something in the middle of your display that everyone looks at. He'd be interesting enough for that. But also, he'd work as a background piece too. Just a giant craft monster looking around at things, just, trying to suss out the situation. I don't know. I feel like if Spirit executed this idea right, it could be really unsettling. In terms of lighting, his eyes would light up, obviously. Name a prop that's eyes don't light up. Actually, don't. I can think of a few. But on top of that, the pentagram and the candles on the easel would light up too, which I think would just look really cool and supernatural. And like the candles, melted candles are cool. Like, I don't have to explain that. They just look awesome. And I think they'd look, really cool in this scenario. And also the pentagram lighting up would kind of make it look like it's giving him his power, Like, that's the place of where the arts amalgamation is, like, getting its power from. And I don't know. I think that would just be a really cool effect. Really eerie. Help sell the effect of the prop. And in terms of audio for this guy, it would be fairly simplistic. No phrases. I don't know. I just feel like this guy would be a little too cheesy if he had phrases. And I don't know. I just don't really think it would work that well. But he'd have evil laughter. Just really dark, reverberated, like, demonic laughter. Scissors, obviously, as I mentioned, with the hand. And he'd also just play eerie ambience in the background. Like, there'd be, like, ghostly whispers of, like, children. And also a music box, for sure. Ah, man, I love it when props have a music box in the background. That's just so cool. And, I don't know if any of you are listening to this specific moment, but if you recognize the tune on the music box, comment it down below. And with that being said, well, let's get to the audio. So, as you heard there, the audio wouldn't be anything very crazy. As I've said, it's just kind of supposed to be like a really creepy ambient prop. And so it would just work for that. And, well, that was Arts and Carnage. Thank you for being here with the idea that I've been meaning to share for literal years. Thank you for making it to the end. You know what? If you've made it here, on top of commenting what the little melody that I played on the music box was for that, just randomly comment sausage. If you hear this, just comment down below sausage. Why am I saying this? I don't know. Did I plan to say this? I don't know. That's just where my mind went. So do that if you made it to the end of the video. Means you watched all the way, and I'm happy for that. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a jolly old jingle Christmas. Goodbye.